So I'm here today with the Phantom Detectives, and we are at the Poplar Mansion, located in Salisbury, Maryland. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if you see down here, I'm gonna just, let me just get the camera down where you guys could see this stuff. But there's some equipment that we have here. Let me just pan that to the right, and you see we got a little bit of stuff over here and some things down here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to follow you guys over. Let me just get this camera steady here. And if you guys want to just go ahead and walk down, and I'll follow you as you guys are carrying some of the equipment. Okay, so this is the outside of the Poplar Mansion. Okay, let me just pan up here a little bit so you can see the top of this building. Oh wow, the clouds look really cool right now. See, the clouds look like cotton balls. So anyway, that's the top of the mansion there. And then let me go ahead and pan down a little bit. And you could see the building that kind of comes down to the end over here. Let's go take a look. Go further down here. Okay. I'm going to take you guys to the front of the building so you guys can definitely see what that looks like. Okay, so here's the front that I want to show you guys this. Okay, that's the doorway there. And let me just pan up to the top. So you can see the top of this mansion here looks really cool. There's a lot of set of windows. Man, don't those clouds just look beautiful? With that blue shining through, man, that's great. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pan down. And let me go ahead and head back down to where we were here.
Yes, I did bring Bugsy for the DVR. I think we're going to have
Speaking of the Phantom Detectives, I have two of them coming down the stairs. Okay, so right now in the front we have Joshua Chairs, who is our director of Phantom Detectives. He's the guy who started it all. So you want to say hi to everybody?
Hello everyone, how are you? We are here at the Poplar Hill Mansion in Salisbury, Maryland. I am honored and basically privileged to see you guys with us today. Because it's going to be a wonderful night, and this place's activities is going to be bouncing off the walls hopefully tonight, and we'll get a lot of evidence which will reveal to you, our viewers and our subscribers.
That's perfect. And we have our psychic medium,
Hello.
Melissa Ferrazano. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm very happy to be here. I know tonight is going to be an amazing investigation, and I have already started to tune into various spirits who reside here. I go into every investigation blindly, meaning that I do not know the backstory or any history about the location. So it has a very beautiful and peaceful vibe about it, and I feel that we're going to capture a lot of evidence tonight. So it will be interesting to see if what I tune into can be verified along with the history of this house. It's going to be great.
Well, thank you for sharing your thoughts. So I'm here today at the Poplar Mansion, located in Salisbury, Maryland. And I have with us today Joshua Chairs, who is the director of Phantom Detectives. And I also have Melissa Ferrazzano, who is the psychic medium for Phantom Detectives. So welcome both of you to the Poplar Hill Mansion. And is it Poplar Hill or Poplar? Poplar. Okay, correction, Poplar Mansion. And they are here today to conduct a paranormal investigation. So let's start with you first, Joshua. So what brings you to the Poplar Mansion? What is it about this place that brought you here today?
What intrigues me about this place is the history of Salisbury, Maryland. Comes right from this house. What we see, the Poplar Hill Road, that was the driveway of this place leading up in the early 18th century. The entire town of Salisbury was built from this house. It is very historical. It is one of the most amazing landmarks in southern Maryland and on the eastern shore. Basically has lots of history here, and many families have lived here over the last 200 years. And basically, a lot of different things have happened, and people have seen things and heard things here. So we definitely feel this is a location that needs to be investigated and needs to be, brought into a new light.
Okay, well that's perfect. Well, that's great. And also, so to my left here, we have Melissa Ferrazzano, who is the psychic medium of Phantom Detectives. And so could you tell us, like, how did it all start? I mean, let's just go back a little bit in history. What made you become to where you're at as a psychic medium? How did you get there?
Well, it began with me having experiences as a very young child with seeing spirits. And I always knew that I had this ability growing up. And even though it took me some time to embrace this ability, which I finally did as an adult, once I embraced it instead of feared it, I started studying with various teachers and mentors, and one that is pretty well known is Cindy Kaza, who is on various paranormal shows, and she's well known for the Holzer Files. And I began studying under her to help increase my abilities.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this question. So, coming here to this place today, to this Poplar Mansion, is there anything that you're picking up either outside of the building, any spirit activity, or in the inside? I know you briefly went inside the building, but what are you picking up today? What's your feeling on this?
So I feel like, I know it goes without saying that you feel like when you arrive here that you took a step back in time, and I feel that 1800s was very significant. It was a very significant time for this mansion, and I feel there's a gentleman outside taking care of the grounds, that he's pretty well known. And I feel that he was one of the first one of the first spirits rather, to welcome us when we entered. And when you come inside, there's a very prominent family that lived here. The gentleman was very well known in the area. He had a very respectable position. Whether he was like a doctor, lawyer, something, the townspeople knew him well. However, his wife is very significant as well. She didn't just sit on the sidelines, and I feel that she did something as far as maybe managing the property.
Okay.
She's a very significant part to play. So it will be interesting to see if what I tune into can be verified with the history of this location.
Are you picking up any kind of negative energy at all here? Anything negative?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I do feel like the gentleman who was taking care of these grounds is very much, he just wants everyone to respect this property. I feel like, he looked at it like, it was his own. Whether he was a servant, something, but as far as negativity, no, not at all. This is a very peaceful place, a very peaceful vibe. It's very welcoming. It has a very welcoming atmosphere. So it's going to be interesting to investigate and to see what else I tune into.
Well, that's great. Well, hey, listen, I wish both of you the best of luck on the investigation today.
Thank you.
And I hope you guys come back with a lot of credible evidence. I mean,
Thank you.
I can't wait to see it.
Yes. Great.
Today we are here with Mr. Rick Warner, who is the Director of Client Relations our lead investigator and also the tech manager of Phantom Detectives, a paranormal investigation group. Today we are here in the Poplar Hill Mansion in Salisbury, Maryland. And Mr. Warder, what are your expectations for today's investigation?
Well, my expectations is that all of us as a team are going to run away with some evidence of paranormal activity. So anybody could say, you know, they felt something, they heard something, and they think a place is haunted, right? So what we try to do is, not that we're trying to discredit anybody, but we like to get down to the answers, okay? We like to get down to the nitty-gritty. And how we do that is, how we get to the answers is by using the paranormal equipment that we have and our psychic medium that we also use to arrive at some kind of conclusion. And we use like a vast array of different types of equipment that we will use to capture paranormal activity. You know, hearing voices on a digital recorder, getting images on a thermal camera, getting activity with different devices that normally wouldn't be triggered unless somebody touched them or a paranormal entity was to cross that path. So that's what we're trying to do, is just arrive at some kind of conclusion using the equipment we have and also our investigation techniques. Okay, so we're here at the
You are not safe.
Poplar Mansion, and you could just hear something going off on the spirit talker saying you're not safe. But anyway, what we're doing here is conducting the Chairs Warner method. It's a spirit box session in which we are using a spirit box, which you could see. I'll move the camera in a little bit. So she's holding that right down there at her waist. And what it is, it's an AM/FM radio basically, but it'll sweep at different speeds. You can go AM, FM. You can make it go faster or slower. I prefer the slower speed. And what we're doing is we have the volume loud enough, and as you could see, she's wearing a pair of headphones on and a blindfold, so she can't see us and she cannot hear the questions that we are asking. And she's going to be tuning into what she feels around her. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set the spirit box here to record. Okay, let me hit the record button. Okay, so that's recording now, anything that's picked up. And Joshua and I will take turns asking questions. So, are there any spirits here that is in this room that wants to make yourself known? Can you give us a name, please?
Are you male or female?
What year did you pass away?
Candles.
Candles. What about the candles? If you're communicating through the spirit talker, can you do the same through our AM/FM spirit box? How many spirits are present in this room?
$40.
40. Okay, wow. Okay. 40 spirits, or are you saying that you're 40 years old?
Sarah.
What about Sarah? What can you tell us about Sarah?
Wife.
Wife, okay. And Sarah, is this a gentleman that's speaking with us right now? Are you talking about Sarah, your wife?
Eric.
You want to ask some questions, Joshua?
How long did you have this place for?
Are you okay with us being here today? Are there any spirits that don't want us here? Please let it be known.
I see the little, I cry.
You cry? What are you crying about? Are you crying over someone's death? Are you okay? Are you okay with us being here today?
Other people.
You're crying over other people? Okay.
Dark.
Is there a dark presence here? Are you dark? Is there a dark presence?
I miss her.
You miss her. Okay. You miss your wife? You miss a child.
Nanny.
You miss your nanny?
Did your nanny die here in this house?
They can't hear me.
They can't hear you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we're heading down to the basement here.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we're going to be careful going down
Yeah,
here.
make sure you get enough light and
So just hold the door open on the
Yes.
left
the clear.
and grab on the stair rail
Yeah.
on your way down so you don't
Yes.
take a fall.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually do this. Go sideways. Yeah.
Whoops, I just hit and watch your head like I just did.
And then you gotta
Okay, so now what we're doing down here
careful.
is we are running what's called the SLS camera. There's not much, you have to bend your head down a little bit here,
Yeah.
but that's what that looks like. If you could just walk backwards a little bit here. And what we're trying to do is capture a spirit entity that will get picked up using the SLS technology, which comes from Xbox
1940s.
basically. And it'll map out a stick figure or something's being picked up.
Is there anybody here?
Yeah,
Could you
make sure we do a barrel.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you don't get any
It'll
false
map-
positives.
Yeah, it'll map.
So
something
that's the other thing is you can have some false positives if you map it out like on a picture, a table lamp, something like that. So what we're going to try to do is find some kind of a wall or space.
Right down here is like a solid wall back in that corner. See?
Let's go ahead and go in there and see what that looks like.
And
Watch your footing here.
Yeah, watch your head, your footing. Everything.
Actually, that's a good place right in that corner in there.
Is there anybody here with us right now that would like to show us so you can walk in front of our camera?
On a mediumship perspective, I am hearing Underground Railroad. I'm hearing Underground Railroad.
Hold on, something's starting to come. And it's coming right there. Look. Look at that.
You got something, Josh?
Starting the map right there. And that's your,
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Can you see?
Doorway.
Oh, wow. It's pretty accurate, too. We got doorway.
Is there something in the doorway? So it looks like, yeah, right here, anomaly detected. Okay, so right where I'm pointing right now, there's a red anomaly. So, and you could see it right here, right in that space. It's trying to map out something. And sometimes it'll appear as a stick figure. And other times, it'll look more like this, kind of like a solid color. Do you want to try to move in closer?
Sure.
Into that corner?
Yeah.
Watch that pipe. Okay, go ahead and step over it in the corner so we can get in here.
Wood.
Okay, so let's see, we getting anything there to map out?
Nope.
Okay, nothing there. Okay, try to aim it over here this way and see if we're getting anything. Anomaly detected right there. Okay, now you can see right here we're also getting something.
Might be that carriage that's causing that though.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's a chair.
Yeah, or carriage. Or
Yeah, that's what it's doing. Okay.
And make sure it's not, not
Yeah.
something out.
Yeah. Let's go to it.
Let's go. Let's try to find a different spot.
Thank you, Sarah.
Maybe you can get it by the doorway.
Yeah.
That's
We might be able to map something there.
Doorway. Maybe something's there.
Is there anybody here with us right now? Dr. Houston? Or any of the family?
Any spirits, could you please walk to the doorway, please? Any spirits down here?
Sue.
Somebody named Sue.
Sue, if you're present with us, can you walk to the doorway? Whoop, there was something there. What was that?
That was me. Just hold on. Something's coming. Something's coming.
No, it's definitely not you. Oh, wait, you know what? You're mapping out the,
Chair. Yeah.
no, it's the dolly. See the wheels on the bottom?
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, this is what happens, folks, when you get a certain object. That's why we try to...
I can make it cold.
You can make it cold, I'm sure you can.
That'll be the sign of your
We
presence.
try to map out
Yeah.
a solid wall whenever we can, so we're not getting any false positives. You could try this wall right here and see. Are you picking up anything against this wall?
Anybody here with us right now that would like to communicate? Could you please show
Any
yourself?
spirits want to come to the wall?
I want to say it's probably that rail. I think it's mapping out that rail.
Yeah, it is. It's mapping out the rail. Yeah.
That's a false positive.
You
Yeah.
could try that wall right there, straight ahead. It doesn't look like there's anything really on it, except maybe... Oh, actually, this is a door. It's an old door. Is there a spirit that could head to the door? Right behind the stairway, please. You getting anything?
Go ahead and head upstairs, maybe. That'd be a good idea, I think.
Yeah. All right.
With the Underground Railroad down, I just keep on picking up on that.
So we're going to head up the stairs here. Everybody watch your step. Whoa.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what I am walking into.
Melissa?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, grab on the rail too, so when you go up,
There we go.
you don't lose your footing.
All right.
These are old stairs, too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, be careful.
So now we're gonna
Atmosphere.
go through this door. We're out of the basement now.
Let's do this one.
I'll try to give you guys some light.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't want to walk into anything.
Here we go.
Okay, cool.
There you go. Helps when you got a little light.
I'm used to walking around the house. It's dark.
Oh, okay.
I know this house.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we're in another room now. What is this room called?
It's definitely cold.
What is it?
It's a surgery room, but I don't
Surgery room. Oh, okay. We're in the surgery room now.
And the word surgery had come up on here
It
before.
did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
found it at the very first word. When we were upstairs, the word surgery came up.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Okay, so this was a surgery room. So he was a doctor.
False.
False.
There's a gentleman behind you, see? I'm just kidding. Actually, that's, he's not alive, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the real one was many, many moons ago, but
Yeah.
it says past about 1827, right, sir?
1828.
1828, yeah.
So down here on the, this is really cool because we've got a table here and there's actually some photographs of some instruments. And these were the old instruments that were used during that time in the 1800s that were used for surgery. So that's really cool. This is,
I used to live here.
Okay.
you used to live here. Wow, that's cool. This is Dr. Houston's surgery room. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is very cool. Now we also have some other things here I'll show you guys. You're going to see a little reflection off the glass. That's just the LED lights. But we have some medicine bottles. We have a, what's that thing that you crush up your spices in? That little round thing.
Is it like a mortar and pestle?
Mortar and pestle. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Mortar and pestle. Let's see. There's some other devices that are used in surgery, which it might not be appropriate to mention what they are. We have a bloodletting bucket. There's a lancet scalpel. There's a thing called a fleam. Whatever that is, I have no idea. And then there's a bone saw. So that's like when you want to cut off someone's leg or arm or something crazy like that. So let's see here. Okay. And then back here, so we got a fireplace here. And there's a book about medicine. There's a couple medicine bottles there. Very nice. Mm-hmm. And then here you have, this is an antique desk right here that you all can see. And there's some, it looks like an old document that is sitting on top of the desk. And back then, because they didn't, of course, they didn't have ballpoint pens and that kind of thing. So they were using these little quilted pens that you dip in, you dip them in the ink, and then you write with that. I believe that's the correct term. This here is Medusa, so I will show you guys what she does.
If you look into my eyes, I'll change you forever to stone.
So that's Medusa. She's really pretty creepy. And once in a while, one of the spirits will set that off. So that's really pretty cool. It hasn't happened yet today, though.
Yeah. So this is interesting, Rick, that this was the surgery room. Like I said, surgery had come up on my Spirit Talk app, and I started feeling like aches and pains when I came in here. Like I said, it's so we know that the gentleman that lived here before is a doctor. And like I said, when we first began our investigation, he had a very respectable, prominent position. It was just a matter of what. And I feel like the aches and pains that I was feeling throughout the investigation was him trying to say I was a doctor. He was trying to show me that he performed surgery.
Well, that's really pretty cool.
Yeah, so I feel like all the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Now that I look back, the different things, the signs he was trying to show me. So it's all coming together now. Because as a medium, it's like putting together pieces of a puzzle when I receive the information. So now that I'm starting to learn the history of the house, I feel like that's what he was trying to show me. Yes, I had a respectable position. Yes, I was well known in the area, and I performed surgery.
Well,
so,
that's great.
Yeah, so pretty neat. Yep. So interesting. you.